All right, welcome. Hello, DUBROBOT here. Look who I've captured.
Hey,
Dave Hillyard.
I sent out the emergency DUBROBOT signal and you answered.
Amazing. So tell us a little bit about what we're doing today.
We are doing tracks for this guy in Canada, John Kwan, and I'm writing saxophone parts here in LA.
Right off the top of his head.
Right, and we're sending them to New York for a response, and Buford is hopefully harmonizing them as we speak. And and then Agent J is going to mix and edit and then send to Canada, where I guess they're going to add vocals and stuff.
Yeah, the tracks sound amazing.
It's
really good.
It's a strange new world.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Everyone's in different places.
Yeah, I know.
Sitting at our computers doing it. So.
Yeah.
And then you're here in LA to do some recording on the new.
Yeah, it's I guess it's gonna be under Rocksteady 7 show band and review or something. I haven't really figured it out. I've been me and Sean Wheeler, we did 2 songs on the California album.
Yep.
And everyone seemed to really like those.
Yeah, they're amazing.
So we did a whole album with, there's a couple instrumentals, but there's like 7 Sean tunes.
Whoa! So he's written the lyrics.
No, well, it's a mix. It's
Okay.
2 songs that he wrote the lyrics for. 1 song, and then the rest, I guess, are covers or I wrote. Yeah, so it's a mix of stuff. 1 instrumental that the keyboard player Ray Gisilda wrote. So it's a nice band. It's like Jimmy Boom, Cheekies, and Devin from the Expanders, and Ray Gisildo came in off tour and played keys, which was really nice of him. Larry McDonald, of course, was there, sort of
Legend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Guru, spiritual advisor, percussionist.
Yeah.
Wearing many hats there.
Yep.
And and so I was there, just arranging, producing, playing a little bit here and there, and just trying to make it all happen. And then we had Sean sang. I guess that was actually 8 tunes Sean sang on. We finished 12 tunes, which is pretty good for.
That's great.
4 days. We got all the vocals, basic tracks done, and now we just have to. I didn't want to do too much horns because I was thinking about so many things. I was not.
Yeah, you do that later.
Yeah, I needed to be in a.
Well, it's
separate my personalities a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like this is easier in some ways because you just give me a track, say play saxophone on it. I don't have to think that much about the bigger picture.
Yep, just one track, mine.
Yeah, exactly. What's my line? Where do I fit in? This is what I do.
Yeah.
But the other thing you have to think about.
Yeah, you're the air traffic controller.
Exactly, the whole universe, and now you got to worry about how the song develops. Is there a problem with the bass clashing with the vocal line? All that kind of silly stuff. So
strategery.
Exactly, strategery. There's lots of strategery going on, and and so it's sort of thinking a couple moves ahead of everything you're laying down, so that you don't, everything's building on top of each other. You're not destroying something later on by, putting something in.
Yeah.
So it's.
Well, and always with your stuff, the elements that you are able to put together, and then display and push out. I mean, it's really fun to see all these players in action.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, Sean did great. It's always exciting to hear Sean because he has such a distinctive voice. That's not what your typical ska reggae singer sounds like.
Yeah, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, so he's doing something different, and so we do, and it's a mix of stuff. There's definitely, there's reggae, ska, some stuff that's soul-ish. And into the, one song's almost like verging on Afrobeat, I think, just how it ended up. It's either that or very fast reggae. I can't really decide. And then I had the backing vocals. We spent a bunch of time backing vocals. I was really lucky. I was able to get Alex Desire for the day. So
wow.
I had Alex and Cheekies do like a whole day's worth of
Oh my God.
backing vocals. So it's got a sound to it, and it's yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's hopefully be good. I just got to finish out the horns, a few extra miscellaneous overdubs, and yeah, then you can figure out how to mix it.
So you'll just do that at home.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, and probably like this too is that I got my network of people, and I'll be sending them farming out tracks here and farming out tracks and calling in favors, and
once you figure out like what it ends up being. And you guys recorded it in Venice, right?
Yeah, Venice, Hen House Studios, really great studio. This guy Harlan runs it, and yeah, I guess he's he knows, he's done reggae in the 80s and 90s more, but it's like he just has a nice ears and nice sense, and it was really comfortable, and I think we had enough separation that because we basically just had to do 2 hours of rehearsal, because you're putting the band together from, like, not from scratch, because we all played together, but you put the band together.
You kind of run the tunes.
You need to run the tunes, and I hate sitting around the studio for 3 hours trying to figure out a part.
Right.
So we spent 2 days of like marathon rehearsals before we came in.
Okay, so before you even walk in the door.
Right, and also just simple, like a common screw up that I've made in the past is not really talking to the vocals about what keys are good for them.
Oh, right. Yeah, I have made that mistake.
Yeah, that's a brutal one.
Yeah.
Because you're just sitting there like, oh my God, I can't believe I overdubbed like 12 parts and none of them. No.
Right.
Then you have to go, oh, is it going to sound weird if I pitch it, or
and
even then let's pick a third less satisfactory key for everyone, so it's like it's like all these things, so yeah, we spent, like, me and Ray and Sean sat down,
and Ray's great at that stuff.
Sat down at piano, and okay, is this good? No. Okay, let's try this, so we moved everything that was problematic. We moved around. That saved a lot of aggravation in the studio. The couple hours we spent doing that, made it so much easier. And that way, when Sean came in, there was no real like, oh, this is out of my range, or that kind of issues. So
and he can. Yeah, that guy can sing.
Yeah,
he can tell a story.
Exactly. His thing is like about telling a story. He's so idiosyncratic the way he sings. It's like really. He sort of has this gravelly attack on notes and stuff, and it's just a really personal style, and and then like Cheekies and Alex were amazing on the harmonies. They just fucking knocked it out, and could do stuff. Those guys got big ears, and it was So I'm really excited about the project.
And then did you write the bass melodies, or did Cheekies do that too?
Cheekies filled it out. I made some demos of me playing really horrible bass on the left side, on a synthesizer.
Okay, cool. So you got it kind of in.
Like I give them an idea, like okay, so this is. But I was like, you're the bass player. Yeah. I'm not a bass player. That's what I tried to. Everybody, it's like, look, just because you heard me play on a demo, I can't play complicated polyrhythms.
Yeah. You guys can.
You guys can. Yeah. You guys can layer this stuff much better than I can. I'm like caveman Neanderthal when it comes to piano playing or trying to pretend I'm playing bass or something. It's like. Yeah. I'm just giving you a very basic sketch.
And then you're going to tour this, right? I'm
hoping to next year at some point. I'm hoping to get it released. Going to the meeting later today. So
cool.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm going to get it. So it's a different kind of thing. I think I'm going to keep it under the Rock City 7.
It's a great brand. You should.
Yeah, just because I've been doing it. So it's like, it's a little bit different than the other ones, but it's somewhat similar to California. Maybe even more free ranging, like just in terms of ideas and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people need to be stretched out. I mean, it's a side project, so it can't be like Slackers, Hepcat. Like it can't be
Yeah.
that. It can be similar, but it needs to branch out. And people, I think that's why people go to the shows and buy the records.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You don't want it to be Slackers light or Hepcat light or so. You don't
Yeah.
want it to be its own thing, strong and.
Yeah, and this incredible zoo of people on stage playing music together.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and highly improvised.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a little bit more structured, in the sense, but yeah, there's I did a version of Underground Railroad by John Coltrane.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, I don't know. I haven't listened to that take, so we'll see. In theory, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
There's.
How do you choose songs for that? Do you?
It's just what comes to the mind.
Okay.
It's like I've been building up a library of tunes. Was trying to work on a song a day for the last month, like taking advantage of not like the Slackers. Like we basically took the summer off, so it's like having some time at home in July. I just sitting there and every day.
Well, learning a song a day or writing?
Like working on a song.
Okay.
Like I have an idea. Okay, how are you going to make this better? How is this going to become a complete song? What does it need? What's happening here?
Right. Great practice for the studio.
And yeah, exactly. And also did like me and Sean wrote a tune that called "The Giver," which I think is one of the better ones. And it's a little I don't know how people are going to react to it, but I just had a little piano riff, and I've been having trouble like with writing blocks. Like I'll come up with one little part, and I'm like, oh, this is great, but I have no idea what to do with the rest of it. So I'll do that, and I sent it to Sean, and then Sean wrote lyrics, and then his lyrics inspired me to write another part.
Oh, cool.
And so we ended up with writing like 4 different parts around this one part, and all of a sudden we have
there it is.
a song.
The birth of a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the demo just kept getting longer and longer.
Right.
Just kept adding pieces to it until it was done, and then we went and recorded it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you're still working in Cubase, right?
Yeah, still in Cubase.
That's great.
It's just what I know.
Yeah.
It's just what I know, and my laptop's getting old, but I don't go online with that.
Oh yeah.
And that seems to save its lifespan is huge because of that.
Yeah. You're on XP or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go online with XP.
So I'm just not dealing with it. Yeah. So I just use USB drives to communicate.
Yeah.
With the outside world. So I'll do something and then. So it's an extra step, but
yeah,
it's worth it to.
If you have a good working XP system, then you're golden.
Yeah, it hasn't really been aged that much. It seems like computers that go online, they age a lot quicker.
Yeah.
It's a rough life out there on the streets,
It is, yeah. It's like
it's
dragging through the dirt out there.
Exactly. It's like people with drug problems or living a harsh life. That's the computer that goes online,
Right.
It's seen it all, done it all. Whereas my nice naive computer. That's
right. It's like I'm just making music.
I'm just making music. That's all I do.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, great.
So I suppose we should see if we have
yeah,
comments.
we are talking too much, and let's see what's out there on the wires, and we'll see you on the wires. Thanks for watching.
Here you go.